This is my custom-made vivarium for my Chinese water dragon. I'll show you around it a little bit. It's actually constructed out of an armoire that I bought at a swap meet. I took and gutted it all out and filled it up with, lined the walls with some blue insulation board, and then put grout all over the insulation to kind of give it like a rock wall finish. You can see there it's got some texture to it. Looks pretty realistic, really. Then I took the insulation also and made some ledges that kind of protrude off and grouted those too. He's got a couple of them. It's actually got 4. One starts down there near the bottom, and they kind of work their way up gradually, give them a little place to jump around. Being so close to the top, this ledge right here actually heats up from the lights. The lights actually warm it, and it's kind of like having a heat rock without having to actually buy one. Here's Alan. He's my Chinese water dragon. He's probably close to a year old. I haven't actually sexed him yet, but I'm going to consider him a male until I find out otherwise. So we're hoping, keeping our fingers crossed. Here's his hammock that I built. I wanted him to have a place to get, really close to the light, so I strung a hammock from side to side. You can see that. This is like going throughout the whole cage. This is some driftwood that I found down at the river, and I put that in there, and it fit pretty good. Kind of gives them a way to traverse. I put some twine rope in there. That also gives them a way to get to the higher spots. This is his old hammock that I had in his old cage, and he loved it, so I didn't want to take it away from him, so I went ahead and just nailed that to the wall too. These are the faux leaves that I got at PetSmart. Just kind of put a piece of baling wire around those and attach those to the driftwood, make it a little more realistic. The armoire actually had a hole cut in it for whatever reason in the side when I got it, and I put my fogger through there, so it actually fogs up pretty good when the doors are shut. Pretty neat little feature. Keeps the humidity right. I still mist them every day, but that kind of helps to keep the humidity at least around 50 or 60%. I'm actually running 2 cans of heat right now just for the filming of this, but I've actually only been running one. With the one on full power, the actually stays about 85 degrees in here with it on full. I usually turn it down a click to get it around 80 during the day, and then it cools down a little bit at night. I don't know if you can see because of the light, but there's a pool back there made out of a 2.5 gallon aquarium. You can splash around in there. I'll show you the glass doors that I had cut. I had those professionally cut at a glass maker and had them fitted up. There's the top that I actually cut out so that he can get his ventilation and his lights can shine through. Really a pretty cool project. I mean, I had a really fun time doing it. I've also got a night light that I'll show you what it looks like at night whenever the lights are off. It's pretty sweet. Back up here and turn the light on so you get a full view of it. And that is what it looks like at night. Pretty cool. Gives a nice little ambiance. Pretty neat. At least I think it's neat. Alan likes it too. Gives him a way to see in the dark. Not really see in the dark, but get around the cage whenever the lights are turned off. Switch it back over to the regular light, and I'll tell you what everything cost as far as what it cost to make the cage and everything that came with it. Like I said, I found the armoire at a swap meet. Let me get the lights turned back on here in 1 second. Found the armoire at a flea market or swap meet thing. It was $100. I mean, really not bad. It's a really solid cabinet. It's 6 feet tall, 36 inches wide, and I think 24 inches deep. So I did the math, and it's actually like 177 gallons if you were rating it that way, which I know a full-grown Chinese water dragon needs about 75, so it's got ample space for him. The board for the grout, to put the grout on in the walls, was like $20 for the sheets that I had to get. The grout was about $50. Rope was like $10. hammock was free. I found that in the back of the car. The driftwood was free, of course. These leaves I already had laying around. The fogger was pretty expensive, but I already had that. That was like $50. I already had that from previously. Had it in his other cage. Had the wood laying around to make the screen. Had the screen for the mesh already laying around. Now the glass was the most expensive part. It cost me $320. But I wanted to have it professionally done. I wanted to get done right. So I went ahead and had a professional do it. That way I know that, you know, I've never cut glass. So I wanted to make sure that it was done the right way. So I got like a money back guarantee on that. So that was cool. Cage also, I don't know if I showed you this or not, but it's got a drawer down here that I can store all those little odds and ends in. Keeps it off the floor and kind of makes the living room look a little less cluttered. All in all, it cost me about $500, and from start to finish it took me about 3 weeks, not 3 weeks, 3 weekends to get it finished. So maybe, you know, 4 or 5 days altogether of actual fabrication, and then took me about another week on and off of filling it with all the stuff that I wanted to have in it. So not a very hard project. It was a lot of fun. If you guys need any tips or anything about how I built it, feel free to shoot me a message or comment on the page, and I will get back with you and let you know what I think you could do or what I think you should do. So appreciate you guys watching.